function as if I'm in a war. I function as if I'm under constant attack from white supremacy. So I need constant places of allyship. And if you can stand on the line with white folks that passively chant Black Lives Matter, and you want to back up off a brother or a sister that's the same damn color, because you want to sleep with one of the weakest niggas I ever met.
We've got to stop having these conversations just as though they're isolated incidents in our individual cities, right? Like, we have to focus very clearly, of course, on what's happening in our communities, but I think something really beautiful has started to develop over the last few months with Oakland and Sac. Like something really beautiful, and tying these conversations together, that this shit is happening in Oakland and San Francisco and Fresno and Sacramento and San Francisco, and right, because what they do is they dismiss it as like, oh, well, that's just happening over there, as opposed to having a conversation that there was a genocide happening in this country, right? We don't mince words, because when you water down the language, you water down the people's will to resist. So it's not police brutality, it's police terror. They're not prisons or concentration camps, and it's not gentrification. Those are motherfucking land grabs. Damn sorry, baby. So just continue the interconnectedness and continue the hard conversations, and let's stay in communication with each other in real time, in real ways. And I love you.
What's happening right here, I believe it's beautiful, but now we have to be very intentional of applying this energy to the booth, to our communities, to support, to educating, because we all need to be educated on so many different things. And this is the power that's in this room. The volume of this incident, this tragedy, has brought folks to really see that it can be you on any given day. And with it being you on any given day, we all must stand, we all must fight. And there's different ways for us to fight, but we all must fight. We all must be prepared, we all must be ready, because it is going to knock on your door eventually, somehow, some way. It is going to definitely knock on your door. It's a ticking time bomb.
Yes, sir.
The one thing that Trump has showed us, for those who were sleeping and didn't believe and thought that racism had kind of drifted away and just kind of went to the woods or to the mountain or over somewhere in Alaska in some snow, it is here. And it has never went anywhere. And it probably will never go anywhere until we all destroy it together. So that means that our white allies who take this space, when we speak as black people, we just diminish our pain, our frustration. Please don't argue back to us about, well, I didn't do it to y'all and I'm standing by y'all. Your privilege holds you to a place where we could never get. So understand and acknowledge that privilege that you have. That power that you have to challenge the people in your neighborhood, in your community, in your families that are racist as hell. And for the same for my black people. It's time for you guys to get off your asses, look at yourselves as enemies in our neighborhoods where you guys are fighting over turf and land that's not yours. When they gentrify it, kick your ass into the prisons. And now you are sitting there in your young life, spending 20 years, and when you come out, you don't even know where to go because there is no home. They're moving us out. So all together, family, we need to do better. And this moment, we have people that are sitting in their seats right now in office, very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable about this conversation, very uncomfortable about this movement, very uncomfortable about every folk here clicking for one reason: to empower and impact and to change and dismantle a system of white supremacy. And if that's not power within itself, I don't know what power is. So let's be mindful. Let's greet each other with love, because no one is my enemy in this room. We should not be enemies, because our enemy, well, maybe some of the enemies are in this room. Right. I'm sure there's some. Where are they at? I don't even know. Someone's in here, right? And I just want to say that, thank you guys for allowing us to have this conversation, and let's keep on building.
I got detained yesterday coming here. I was supposed to be here yesterday, but I got detained by the police in Boston. And they knew I was coming here. So that tells you that y'all obviously doing something right out here, because they didn't want me coming here. So just keep the pressure going, you feel me? And I want to address what he was saying. Somebody was saying something about the black on black crime thing. Yo, you're gonna need the street soldiers. You a fool if you telling the gangs and them to back up. You organize the gangs. I love the gangs because I believe that, yeah, we got a movement, but rappers got a movement. A movement is nothing. I'm trying to see this transform into a revolution. There ain't no revolution without the gangs.